we've been hearing today about how important it is for renewable energy to continue to be developed in our region. But at the moment, its development and progress is very much hindered by having lots of different national rules and regulations and boundaries, and that we could achieve so much more if we were all cooperating and working together. Now that would be a very interesting role for the North Sea Commission in the future, and the direct impact on our citizens is that we can reduce energy prices, and that's got to be good for everyone.
The local discussion will probably always be the same, whether it's in Denmark or wherever around the North Sea. We have the same sea surrounding us or in the middle between us, and we have the same issues. We fear the same storms, the same situations. We have a cultural brotherhood in this region. I think this is the projects here are comparable and should be comparable. I also think that the way we solve things should be shared in order to make it easier for other practitioners and politicians to solve similar problems.
The North Sea Commission is a unique opportunity to bring all of the states together and also the regions. They have a common heritage. Where I come from, in the north of England, we use many Norwegian words to describe common things. So there is that shared common heritage, and I think we should build on that. There is the opportunity to do so. But the North Sea Commission needs to move from being advisory to being an institution which can implement projects and to bring about real change in the North Sea, and also to provide jobs and opportunities for the communities around the North Sea. That's the challenge for the North Sea Commission at 25 years, but from what I see today, it's a challenge that they will reach up and achieve.
It's not really so much a question of money. The money is there, the market is there. It's more a political and legal question. And there is definitely a room for the North Sea Commission for political initiative. I can only hope that in the future European Parliament, following the election next May, we will have an intergroup on sea and coastal areas, like it has been the case on the present Parliament, and that within that intergroup there will be a lot of MEPs from North Sea areas, and that they will be able to put a maximum of pressure to the Commission and to the Member State to have a satisfactory development of energy grid across the North Sea.
First of all, we have to really work with let's say, towns and cities with urban mobility plans, really to put walking, cycling, collective transport more in the focus. Then we have to take the opportunities of the new technology, smartphones, that people can travel together in a new way. And for the future, really to see that autonomous transport has a big potential, and this is not yet even in the discussion. We cannot say how the future will be, but we have to bring it into the debate, and this is something that needs to be done.
We have got a big opportunity getting money from the European Parliament for preparing a macro-regional strategy. That's the main object for us for the coming next years, and showing that our action plan can be the fundament for this strategy. That, I think, is the most important thing, and I hope that the conference will take this object up in the discussion tomorrow.
In the North Sea Commission, we have the communities and municipalities involved, and the society will be most affected by climate change, and also they have to deal with the climate adaptation measures. And we should ask the people living in the region and also the stakeholders what is their perception of the risk in the future, and take this into account when developing adaptation measures. The governments are taking care of coastal protection, and the big harbors can cope with the protection of the big harbors like Rotterdam and Hamburg. But I feel, or we feel in the Wannsee Forum, that the people living in the region and these weaker stakeholders are left alone with this climate adaptation and climate change.
Our main recommendations in the project goes around onshore power supply for ships and LNG gas supply for ships. It's important to establish infrastructure within the North Sea region, which can give or provide this to the ships. So I guess the challenge on the political level would be to establish good incentives, financial schemes which can support further development of this area then.
Well, they can facilitate and make sure that each of the industries involved in the North Sea do work together, because renewables is not only in the Scottish sector, we have them in the southern North Sea. Each of the different countries that are associated with the North Sea have the same challenges. They each have fishing industries, they each have renewables developments. So being a facilitator and making sure that we sit together and talk. Discussion is important, and early dialogue. Rather than waiting until decisions are made, early dialogue is always better practice.
Very often the communities that you find represented here are at the peripheries of their countries. They're right out at the edge. As a result, they are economically and socially fragile. And the one thing I've learned from my years in politics is that nobody at the centre is ever going to do you any favours. It's up to the communities themselves to make the case and to get the change that they need to suit them. Otherwise, if we don't do it, nobody else is going to do it for us.